Hey guys, how are you? Fox here. Very dreary, rainy March day, March 9th. And I'm wearing my caftan. Oh, so nice. I like this because it's elasticized in the front. And it's not as long. So it goes good with leggings. So here I sit at my table that I put together. And I'm not sure what I did, but my shoulder's really been hurting me for the past couple of days. I don't know. Anyway, most people would call this type of video a coffee chat, but I don't drink coffee. It gets me too anxious. Ugh, I hate the way it makes me feel. But I like chocolate, which is interesting because that has caffeine in it too, but I don't know, it's just the way it is. So I will drink hot chocolate, or even better if you get chocolate flavored breakfast powder, like Carnation Instant Breakfast or whatever, and heat that up. And that's good because that's got more, supposedly it's got more like nutrients and stuff in it, and it's just the same as hot chocolate. So I like to do that. I'm out, unfortunately, but I do have milk. So I'm having my milk. I love milk. It's always have. It's just very soothing for me. And if I can't sleep, I have the hot milk. And you can even put a little bit of sugar in your hot milk. That's really good. Though I try not to do that. And okay, so you're like, well, this is called Choco Chat, right? Where's the Choco? Here's the Choco. Oh God. Oh my God. Give me a box, they'll be gone. These will be gone in, I'll just eat the whole freaking box. So I treat myself to these rarely. Once I realized I had a small problem with these, they are the Nutty Buddies. And they're peanut butter inside of chocolate wafers. In the winter I have them at room temperature. In the summer I eat them cold. I keep them in the refrigerator. And milk. I tried dipping them the other day, but it was so messy because this stuff isn't absorbent enough. But these are super good. Before I found these, I also loved Kit Kat bars. They're the same kind of a thing, only there's no peanut butter in those. So now there's a certain way you gotta eat these too. Pull them apart, because it's about, 4 layers I think. And this is all the peanut buttered cream right there. And then of course, to be kind of neat, it does melt fast. So that's why I like to refrigerate them in the summer. Just eat them this way. And you gotta flip over the peanut butter side with your tongue and like, oh, bliss. So this is Choco Chat. I have to finish this and then I'll talk. This is my napkin. It's just a dish towel, but it's a linen one. Now I use this for the week. And then I wash it up in the laundry. When I was a kid, we just used linen napkins most of the time. We had everybody had their own napkin ring. One year my cousin, she visited Africa, and she gave us for Christmas these really, God, I wish I still had them, these beautiful wood carved napkin rings, and they were animals. There was an antelope, a giraffe, a hippo, and a rhinoceros. And so each person got an animal. My mom got the giraffe. No, I got the giraffe. I got the giraffe. Mom got the gazelle. My father, I think he got the hippo. And my brother got the rhinoceros. And nobody would use anybody else's napkin ring. We all had our own rings. And if we had a guest, they had something else. But they got a napkin ring too. I think my mom had some woven flowered ones. It was like orange flowers, and they were very pretty. So the guest would get maybe a woven one, or we had a lot of different napkin rings. And everybody had a linen napkin, and you'd use your napkin while you were there. You had the same napkin every day, unless there was like a change of, unless we were having dinner at the table and we used a different tablecloth, and so then you'd have whatever napkins match the tablecloth. I mean, we weren't Philistines, But paper stuff, that was for picnics. Yeah, papers and even plastic, that was outdoor stuff, picnics and stuff. I mean, you eat off a plate. If you're a little kid and you're prone to breaking things, then you get plastic stuff. So when we were kids, my brother and I would eat off plastic plates and some sort of an unbreakable drinking thing. No glass stuff, no china, no glass. But we would use the flatware, the stainless steel, forks, knives, etc. We had silverware too. It was like the silverware kind of was more for parties, or if the flatware was dirty. But it just was a different era. So anyway, I still have this thing about having a nice napkin, even though this isn't officially a napkin, it's the same fabric as my napkins were. I don't have the napkin ring anymore. It's just me, I know whose it is. There's no confusion. No, the dog and the cats, they don't have their own napkins, sorry. Anyway, also I have a placemat here because, again, I was raised, you don't eat off a bare table. Mainly, the practical reason of that is it could scorch the wood. Your table would be wood. You put a hot plate or something on it, it's going to scorch it. Wood burns, hello. So I think that's probably where it started, to have some kind of like layer of sort of something to protect the surface of the table. So we always either had a tablecloth or placemats on the table. You would never put a plate on the bare wood. Nope. No. You could put it on a tray. You could put the tray on the wood and the plate on the tray. This is a song or something. Thou shalt not put a plate in direct contact with the surface of the table. Nope. This table, it certainly handle it. It's a laminate, I know. It's damn slippery. Excuse my French. It looks like granite. It's sure not granite. Are you kidding me? But it's I'm just in the habit of it's just no naked tables. If you're doing crafts or something, yeah, if you're using the kitchen table and it's a laminate, something that'll clean up, then no, you don't have to put something down on top. But of course, if you're drawing or something, you need to have a nice smooth, flat surface, something. Now, if I do crafts at this table, I'm going to have to use something to cover the crack, the seam here, where the hinge goes. I would probably put a clipboard, or if I'm going to be doing something wet, maybe a newspaper or a big piece of cardboard or something Not that it's really going to hurt the surface of the table, but basically so you don't get the water going down through the crack and hurting the carpet. I don't know, I think it's about, you know, if you're fortunate enough to have some nice furniture, then you respect it and you protect it, you keep it as nice as you can, and part of that is covering the surfaces. You know, if it's just a crappy card table, it's falling apart, that's a whole other thing. So anyway, I made a list I was going to talk about, but that wasn't on the list. So anyway, this is Coco Chat. I was at the store just now. I just came home in the rain, which is why I changed clothes, because it's wet. I ride my bike. I don't like cars. So I rode my bike in the rain to bring home some pet food. And the shelves are getting empty again at that store, and it's not their fault. I didn't know. I mean, I think I'm always the last one to know that there was a big shipping strike in the Port of Los Angeles last month. And I think they got it resolved, but I was watching a video about it last night. And 31 ships were lined up in the harbor, the Port of Los Angeles. 31 ships, and each ship had all these huge shipping containers on there. So any of that imported stuff, you know, we get so much stuff imported from like China. Also, we export a lot, but there was some strike and there was nothing. They sat there, those ships backed up for like, I think it was a mile and a half in the Port of Los Angeles with all those shipping containers on them. So now, I tried to find out if it's all been resolved. I believe it has been, but now we're going to feel the effects of that for a while. Because that was, I guess, a couple, I don't know, weeks, I don't know how long, 2 or 3 weeks, I suppose, where it just came to a standstill and nothing was processed. It was sitting on a boat. So, like, you know, my nutty bars maybe had been sitting on a boat for a couple of weeks. La 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 la. You know, making new friends with all the other boxes of nutty bars. They're going to be pen pals. So anyway, I just realized, you know, that now we're starting to feel the effects of that. The shelves in the store were getting pretty bare today, and I don't think it's too bad really, because a lot of times when I used to work at that particular store, and they didn't have enough people on staff, and so they always got extremely bogged down with truck day when more stuff kept coming into the store, but they didn't have enough people to get it on the shelves. So it sat and sat and sat, and their stock room was jam-packed with stuff. So in the back, there'd be empty shelves in front, and the stock room was jam-packed, and you could barely get in there. If you had a half a minute to go back there and do some stocking, because there was a long line at the register. And, you know, they tried to get maybe 2 people to do the work of 10 at least. And that's not just, you know, specific to that particular store. It's all over. Because people don't want to hire enough help or good help. So they pay you $6. You know, what quality of worker are you going to get for somebody who's going to work for $6? You're going to get somebody who's absolutely desperate for money, and maybe they know what they're doing, maybe they don't know what they're doing. Nobody's going to train them. So it just sucks all the way around. That's why I'm no longer in retail, because I just kept getting crapped on. So anyway, I ordered some stuff from Amazon, not knowing that there was a strike, and hadn't really thought about it. I'm getting into scrapbooking, and so I needed to get some stuff like, a paper cutter for one thing. They don't sell them at the local store. If I wanted to go to Walmart, I'd have to find a ride with a friend to maybe go find one over there. It just seemed easier at the time to just shop online, because then I'm not bothering anybody. I mean, I have a very nice friend and neighbor who is always happy to take me any place, and we have a good time. We go out to eat, and we laugh and joke, and it's fun. But still, she has to drop what she's doing or make other plans. It is an imposition. It really is. Therefore, I feel better when I can just kind of order stuff online. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not imposing or inconveniencing anybody. So, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon on March 1st. It is March 9th, and they still haven't even started to process it yet. And my theory is that stuff was probably sitting on the ship, and they've got probably a backlog of shipping containers that need to be processed because they sat in the water. Now they're going to sit in the store, and it'll all eventually work out. They'll get caught up and everything, but right now there's, I guess I'll just call it a lag. They said that it was going to be delivered today, between today and I think the 13th, today and Friday. But they would email when it's been shipped. It hasn't been shipped. I checked yesterday. That's my theory. Another theory is that these items are sourced from all different parts of the country. So if you order one thing, it might be coming from Indiana, and then something else might be from Maine, and then your fourth item and fifth item might be from San Francisco. So it all has to be like gathered together and then shipped out, or it might be shipped in different boxes. But it's like, so it's somehow my order's being gathered together, whether it's all coming off of one big shipping crate, if it's all coming from Los Angeles, or if it's coming from different parts of the country. But somehow it is definitely delayed, and it has been affected. I think it's been affected by the strike. So I think we're okay with stuff that is, it comes from the States. Like, I don't think we're gonna be running out of milk, because that's not like shipped from China or anything that I know of. Chinese cows. Oh well, so here I'm waiting for my paper cutter and stuff, and who knows, I might end up at Walmart with my friend before my order comes, and apparently I can still cancel my order up until, of course, they've got it ready to ship. So time will tell. Let's see. And Spore. Okay, I played Spore yesterday. Sundays are my Spore days, my marathon. I mean, really, my marathon. I will play about 12 hours. Yep. 12-hour session on Sunday. 12-hour Spore session on Sundays. Do not disturb. My animals hate Sundays because Mom's sitting there ignoring us all day long. Oh, yeah, Darla's right here looking at me. Mom, I'm terrible. I'm just, leave me alone. But no, I don't totally ignore them. I mean, I'll let them off. I get up and move around, feed myself, feed them, let them out, let them in. but they just don't get to really have mom time. They don't get much mom time on Sundays because mom's out feeling the solar winds on her back. Because typically what we do is in the evenings I'll sit and watch a movie or something, and one cat or the other is going to end up watching with me to curl up in my lap. And a lot of times it's shifts. So Marilyn will curl up in my lap for maybe a half an hour, and she'll get up and go do something. So then Hermes will come in, and he'll climb onto my lap where Marilyn just was. First he has to give me his hug. So he gives me a big hug, and then he purrs and cuddles up in my lap, and he'll sleep maybe 45 minutes, and then he'll have to jump up, want to go out or something. And usually Hermes and Sandy are not in the house at the same time. One will be out, one will be in. So they shift. So Hermes will go out, and as Hermes is going out, Sandy will come in. So then Sandy will jump up, have something to eat. I'll be watching my show, and then it'll be his turn to have some lap time with mom. So this is the ritual. And meanwhile Darla's on the floor snoozing or whatever. If Sandy's around, she'll probably play with him. If Marilyn's around, she'll scare Marilyn because she likes to scare Marilyn. But they don't get as much attention on Sundays because I'm off playing Spore. Spore was fun yesterday, but I think 12 hours is a little taxing on the program because I got into, let's see, I was playing where was I yesterday? It wasn't Quinta, was it? Oh, it started out, okay, I started out on video, which is, I called it, the planet is called Video, VIDDY-O, because I was videoing it. And I'm going to make videos to show you guys, to show the evolution of the creature as it goes through the different stages. So this creature from video called Wilaw, W-I-L-A-W, that was a Spore generated name, Wilaw, which I thought was kind of neat. So I have video of the evolution of the Wilaw now, from cell stage into creature stage, and yesterday I played it from tribal stage through civilization stage and out into space stage, and that's what I was doing for about 10 of the 12 hours. Got it into the beginning of the space stage, was doing fine, and screen froze, completely froze. And there's no escape key doesn't work. There's no way to get out of the screen without hitting Control-Alt-Delete. So when you do that, it pulls you completely out of the program and restarts your computer, so everything is lost. So when I got it rebooted, I got back in there and was continued on, and I got really fairly another hour or so into the game, and it crashed again, and it hadn't saved any of the progress I had made in that past hour. I was back to practically square one of the space stage. It's supposed to automatically save at certain intervals, but it doesn't, because it's a really old program, I guess. So I was really frustrated with that, so I decided to leave video, Planet Video, the Wilaw, for the week, and for the last couple hours I was playing with the Quinta for which is a game I hadn't played in a while. I have many games in progress on Spore. They give you a game, you pick a planet, and on each planet you evolve your creatures through all the different stages. So on planet Video, you play the cell stage, then the creature stage, then the tribal stage, then the civilization stage, then the space stage, and they're all centered on Video and the Wheelaw. It's the evolution of the Wheelaw, or whatever creature you have created for that planet. And there are 25 planets that you can play a game on. And I've got games going on about 19 of the planets. So I'm sure I'm taxing the program a bit, but I just like to have a game going in, like, I'd like to go do the cell stage on one planet, and then maybe I want to play the civilization stage, so I'll go to another planet and play that. And you can jump into the game wherever you want. You don't have to start it at the cell stage. You can start it at space stage. You can start it at the creature stage, civilization stage. I used to just start at civilization stage and go through space stage because I hated the tribal stage. Well, now I like the tribal stage, but I'm bored with the cell stage. And they're all different lengths. Like, it'll take you maybe 45 minutes just to play the cell stage. It's very short. But the creature stage can go on for like 5 hours. I swear, it's very long. And then tribal is also pretty short, maybe 2 hours. And then civilization is quite short, I'd say an hour and a half. And then space is vast, the vastness of space. It is a very long one, because that's the final stage of the game and everything starts to culminate. So you've got all of the character traits of your species have evolved. You know that your species is a warrior species, or it's a scientific species, or it's a religious species, so everything, it's all like, that's the culmination of the whole game. And I have yet to finish a game. I mean, I think I'm pretty close on my very oldest game. I won all of the medals and awards that you can win, and I'm thinking, oh, I should be ending soon, but no, it's not over. I think I need to eliminate all my enemies in order for the game to end. That's what I think. And I must need to, maybe I the species transcends somehow into a non-corporeal species or something. I don't know. I'm curious to see how it all ends. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, so that's Spore. That's how I spend my Sundays. One more thing, I'm going to have to trim this video down, but people always like to talk about their journals, so I've got one journal. So I just thought I'd do, since my journal is sitting out here, thought I'd do maybe a little journal flip. This is my, diary. So this is just a little guide that I got from Amazon. It's kind of, I think it's leather. I like the lashing on there. I hadn't done a journal in a while, so I really didn't know what my preferences were, or really what my choices were. So I like this color. I like pages, but they're kind of small. I mean, this is definitely too small for me. I mean, I like to spread out. I'm going to show you the. The paper's nice, it's fine, it's like kind of a craft like paper. And I love the rings. It's really nice. And they give you you can buy a paper refill for this, which I did. But I write big. See, I write big. Pages are too narrow for me, so I've taken to doing this. I just write widthwise, and I don't cotton to it. I've not bonded with this really. And I've gotten fairly far in it already. It's March, and I've got I think I'm about 2/3 of the way. I numbered the pages. That helps a lot because it is a little confusing when you're writing this way. So I think I'm going to finish up these pages, and then I have 2 empty freestyle really big notebooks. So I'm going to pick one of those, and I think I'm going to move into one of those because I like to have a nice, one journal that's going to last me a really long time. And I'm sure a freestyle really big notebook is going to be fine. Hang on, I'll show you the one I have in mind. Okay, yeah, so this is the one, my freestyle really big notebook from the Productive Luddite, and I put this is a headband, and obviously this is not the cover that comes with it. I made this is just a jacket I made from, I took a presentation folder, a 2-pocket presentation folder, and I cut it down, and there's a video of me making this one, and it's just the tie-dye one, and this is washi tape, and I just think this is really pretty. It's really pretty, and I just covered up any text, unattractive text, with washi tape, and so it's just cardboard. It's nothing fancy, and as long as you got it folded properly, it's fine. You still have to be a little careful because it is just sort of, cardboard, loose, whatever. But I just took the flaps and took the pockets and made them into flaps. And there's the spine. But I love the colors, and this is the Lemon Freestyle really big notebook, and it's just untouched, and I like that a lot. And of course you've got the wonderful index and your information, but it's just completely blank, and I know it's going to be hard to write on this side, but that's why I have more than one notebook. I can probably just put one of the other books under it so I can write on here. The other thing I was toying with, it does have page numbers, it's very small, but I wondered if I could write just on the odd numbered pages and maybe put pictures on the evens. Or I was thinking if I wrote on all the odds, and then when I finished the last odd numbered page, I wondered if I could just flip it over and write this way upside down on the evens, which would be blank. So it would be kind of funky. But I could certainly do that, I mean, of course, when you get to the back, you kind of run into the problem. It kind of re-emerges. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to move into this one once I finish up the little green one. So I think I'm going to stop here. I think I've bent your ear quite long enough. Finish up my Nutty Buddy. Find a movie, throw a cat in my lap, and just enjoy a rainy evening. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a wonderful night. This has been Fox. So long.